Yes.
So how did they feel about the development or progress of the teacher?
They are very happy. Not only we have the teachers in place, we have somebody to monitor them as well, to adapt the courses accordingly, and we have also have another outsiders to come and see again, to evaluate. And not only that, we have a refresher course. After these teachers, three weeks of training, they go back to their schools, use the training, and then feedback by line, and have, and record the clip of their teaching skills back to the trainers. And then the trainers sometimes visit their schools and give them more advice. And after, we've just done a few refresher courses, that they come back. And they are so happy, both the trainers and the teachers who was trained. And they, it works very well because,
it's such a hopeful situation for Bangkokian. I would say Bangkokian because it is domestically, locally. But how about outside? Students or children, countryside or neighboring city of Bangkok?
The teachers training centers are scattered around the country. So Ubon Ratchathani, Nakhon Ratchasima, Chiang Rai, we have everywhere.
Because 40,000 that you mentioned is
yes, it's scattered around the country. Yes, and in the south, Surat Thani, Phuket, So a lot of centers that covers all the areas.
So what are the benefits of the integration, mobile devices with teaching and learning English language?
Well, language is something that you need to practice every day. You talk more, and so you can talk. If you can't find any Farang, you
talk
can
to
talk
yourself.
Talk to yourself or talk to your teachers on your device, and also learn by listening more, by watching a movie. Yes, that's a lot of help. Because by listening skills should come first, and then speaking skills the second, and then reading skills, and then writing comes later. But in Thailand, we always teach the wrong way round. We teach them how to write and how to read, and then they come out by not be able to speak. So we have to switch it the other way around by listening more. If the teachers, I always tell the teachers, if you're not in the class, just turn on a cartoon for the students. For the whole session.
But the cartoon need caption?
No, they just have to listen to cartoons, and then they will pick it up automatically. Not by word, but by sentence.
By instinct.
And by sentence of what each cartoon will say. Cartoon is fine, yes.
That's why they learn from, what you call? The ugly face cartoon that they're being taught to the people, I don't know, the foreign people, they do learn about it. So which targeted group that Echo English application designed for? It's for all. It's for from primary to secondary. But not only this, in the world nowadays, there's so many applications and devices that can help the teachers to perform better and to help them. Somebody told me that in Myanmar, the teachers are only supervising, but the students learn by the native speakers, which are put on, they press on the tape and repeat after the native speakers on tape. So they get a good accent, and then in Myanmar, and then they watch a lot of movies. They watch Thai movie, that's where you can speak Thai very well. At least when they can guess, and then once they are used to it, they can speak. They know what it is, the whole sentence. So to your experience, until this minute, what is the percentage or the possibility or...
It will take a while for you to see the results, because we've just started last year, but it is promising, I must say, because the teachers are so enthusiastic to teach, and the students are so enthusiastic to learn. I have a clip which they will show it to you, and which tells you how excited the teachers are and how eager the students wanted to learn English, whereas before they're not. They just learn it, turn the page, and then read through the script and so on, which is not a good way of learning a language.
These 40,000 teachers, they are educated locally in Thailand, or in foreign countries?
Well, very few in foreign countries, I must say, but in the what you call the hiring of the teachers before, they only require a bachelor degree in English as a major subject.
You have to be for English major.
Yes, English major. But some are not. Maybe a few, 10% are not major in English. But that doesn't mean that they can speak English. So major in English, from a university, maybe they cannot, so we have to enhance them. We have to train them and equip them with all the tools that they are ready to go into the classroom and make teaching fun.
We normally seeing English classes, native speakers, or with in the what you call private rich school, by the rich people, more than the temple school or.
Well, you see, there are many categories of schools in Thailand that people can choose. State schools, they don't have to pay anything, but in state schools nowadays, they offer EP schools, which is English program schools, to which they hired native speakers, Farang speakers, just to teach English. But they have to pay a top-up fee.
They mean student or the school?
The parents, together. So it's a sort of a non-profit thing. They hire a teacher and then divided the costs, and then the students absorb. Who can afford this will pay. It's not much to some, but it may be of much to some. And there's also international schools around the country. There's about 161 international schools spread throughout the country, which you can have a complete. Which you can. That's a choice. And which is a complete curriculum from abroad and standardized, internationally, as so many categories that you can do. But still, amongst the normal Thai schools, there should be a standard that the students' communicative skills should be able to speak and understand their, tourist friends, or like Singapore.
Is there any plan of the Ministry of Education to set up a state school with totally English speaking while then in the area of in the campus where they learn the school time?
I think there's a few like Sathit Kshet. Sathit Kshet. They charge, but they have a complete international program within the schools, and they do very well. Yes, they can't have the whole thing because they have to maintain the other part as well, so that people can have a choice.
So, what is the Education Ministry's expectation after students using this app?
Well, we're just keeping our fingers crossed and hoping for the best that they pick up the English as fast as they could, because the world is changing and we're far behind. So we have to speed up. If they learn how to speak English, their knowledge of English have improved, they can learn anything.
Actually, what happened? Thailand is about hundreds of years. We were the government to boost up things. Why not before?
Because I think it's because politics interference. With this 17 years, we have 20 ministers of education.
Done nothing.
So every.
Sorry to say that.
Every 11 months, there's new one coming. So there's no actual reform that has taken place. I don't think so. But this government has been in place for 3 years now, so they see what to correct, and they know how to do it. I mean, they use academic people to come in and try to what you called get things done, sort things out, and set a new standard, and do a lot of things which they could by this short period of time.
I'm using this time to ask on behalf of you, audience, about the Thai question about the Thai people. Long time we had never learned about this. So, wow, this is the answer from the secretary to the minister. So anyway, so my last but not least is any plan to introduce other version of Echo English or more in the near future?
Well, we think that with English language and the Chinese language, Mandarin, is quite important in this new world trend. Chinese is something that some of the schools have already introduced.
Yes.
And there are colleges, schools that import teachers from China called Hanpan Academy. So they came in and teach Mandarin to these students. So they are able to trade with China.
Well, half minute to you. Just invite the people, tell to the Thai people and the foreign people who watch our program of your intention.
Well, we have done our best in these past 3 years to upgrade the English ability in communication skills for our students, for our people. And it will take time, but you maybe see the results within a few years' time. Education reform is not easy. It's not, there's no words such as quick fix, but we're getting there.
Right, so this is the hope of the whole world of Thailand, the Kingdom of Thailand, to have a better communication, especially in English. We end up our program with thanks to Momrung Pariyada Disakun, Secretary to the Minister of Education, under the Minister of Education. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.